Hey guys, welcome to Strange Suspicion. Tonight is a very, very exciting night. So, for those of you who are going to the gathering of the Juggalos, I know that everybody's headed for and very, very excited for this 2-day war. There's also a lunacy taping on day 0, guys. Make sure that you are there and you show up and you give them their full support. Make signs, scream loud, do whatever you're going to do to show these Juggalos and these JCW wrestlers your support. I am obviously very biased, and I am never, ever going to stand against JCW. You will never hear that out of my mouth. As a matter of fact, we did have a short that was, there you go, Bob. Yeah, it's going to be JCW versus GCW.
To the world as we know it.
One of these blow up and shoot out the dirt. A stranger punched me in the mouth, but it ain't even hurt. There's bullets in the air, I can hear glasses breaking. There's no mistaking, the fucking earth is quaking. A burning tower crashing through the house next door. The pilot got shot, I fucking shot him some more. Explosions going on, sirens and alarms. I'm ready for death, keeping my hatchet man charmed.
So you guys gotta come out to those matches at the gathering and show support for JCW because they're gonna beat the fuck out of GCW. Right, so they are going to beat the fuck out of GCW. Let's just get that out of the way. If you agree with me, please write JCW in the chat because I know for a fact that JCW is going to take this. So without further ado, Bob is here. He's going to join us. We also have a very special guest who will be asking all of these debate questions and moderating, making sure that, you know, Kosuke and Hummel don't beat the shit out of each other while they're having this debate. I'm pretty sure that won't be a problem. But without further ado, I did want to bring up, I don't know, I don't know what happened to these people. Okay. So for some reason, everybody who had a link needs to come back on. Not sure what just happened. I just went to go click to put Tommy on and he was gone. So we'll just wait a second. Bob, who are you taking in this? Look at this. We got these guys.
Hey, check. Whoop, whoop. Can you hear us?
There they are. And Tommy should be right there. But I do not see Tommy. Let me take that one off. Maybe he's got a new one.
Hope they can hear us.
Tommy, we're just going to wait for you real quick. So how are you guys doing?
Can you hear us?
Yep,
Yeah.
I can hear you really well.
Okay.
Great
I
microphone.
was setting up a second microphone here, so I wasn't sure if I did it properly, but we're good. Yeah, I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. I'm very excited to see what you guys have to say for this because the
Hopefully it doesn't
gathering
get too
is
violent because we're actually like right here next to each other.
Yeah, I know. Watch out for those elbows, right?
Yeah, this might get crazy. You never know.
For some reason, tell me what's going on. There you are.
Hey, there we
there
go.
he is.
Whoop, whoop.
Sorry, guys. My Wi-Fi totally went into business for itself, literally right as the stream started. So I didn't even get to see the video drop. I'm sorry, but I think I got it figured out and I'm ready to go. Whoop whoop. Much clown love. And how's everyone doing tonight?
Pretty good. How about yourself, man?
Doing pretty good.
Can't complain.
Bob, were you gonna take a side for the JCW versus GCW? Do you have any of that? Oh, we got EC. Sorry about that. There's EC.
Hey,
Sorry about that, everybody. Woo woo. How y'all doing, everybody?
EC?
What up?
Okay, so what I think we're gonna do is, Bob, you're picking JCW. Is that what you said?
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
And EC, who are you taking, JCW or GCW?
JCW.
Stacked
I'm
against you,
outnumbered.
dog.
I'm outnumbered.
So then I go JCW. Humble, who do you have?
JCW, of course.
Tommy, who do you have?
I thought I was hosting. I mean, obviously, I thought I was asking the questions.
Yeah,
You don't have an opinion.
I'm on the sidelines. I'm on the injured list.
How's that
I
work, though? Because you're on the card, though.
Yeah, you're on the card. That's true.
I'll be there in some way, shape, or form. But nah, you know, I think it's dope that we have so many different perspectives on, you know, Team JCW versus Team GCW. And what I really want more than anything is, you know, I'm tired of talking about it. I've lived through it. I've been there every step of the way. I want to hear about it. So, you know, you guys are the people that we're doing this for. If it wasn't for you guys, the fans, and the people that support the companies like GameChanger Wrestling, like Juggalo Championship Wrestling, like the wrestlers, you know, I wouldn't be here on a platform. I wouldn't know any of y'all, bottom line. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's wrestling for a lot of people is very self-fulfilling. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I do it to be able to spread that prophecy and to be able to spread, you know, that positivity in the name of, you know, good camaraderie and entertainment and friendly competition, of course. But, you know, I say that I say that as being a casualty of war. So with that being said, I expect everyone to shoot straight from the heart. Tell me exactly how you feel. And don't be afraid to, you know, let me know if there's anything that, you know, you feel that either side is either, you know, really, really doing good on, or really kind of just, you know, I would rather see less of that.
Man.
So.
Oh, we're going to get into that for sure.
I think that's a really good attitude to have. You know what I mean? Because some people wouldn't even be like that. They would just be like, the way I do it is the way I do it. And I don't care what anybody says, but that's not how it goes in JCW.
That's just being closed-minded. And the thing is that, you know, with wrestling, I'm living proof that you have to be able to pivot like that. You know, if nothing else, what we do is very much about, you know, it's not acting, it's reacting, it's reaction, it's chain reaction. It's taking, you know, chaos theory and putting it with pseudoscience and putting it with alchemy and just going out there and just giving it your all. And I think that something like this can only be achieved once in a lifetime. So with that being said, how did you guys, now that I guess all the sides are picked and everything, oh wait, did we ask Kosuke?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kosuke.
it's obvious. Kosuke is on the.
I'm on Team GCW.
He's the only
Oh.
one here on Team GCW, I
Ooh.
guess.
GCW. I got the
Okay.
shirt. I'm in enemy territory. I love my Juggalos, but
Well,
I'm
there
behind
had to be at
enemy
least
lines
one
right now.
GCW.
Yeah. Someone's
You know
got
what
to
I mean?
rep.
And I'll be
They
honest,
gotta have one
Kosuke.
fan, right?
Kosuke is the one that put me up on GCW. He's the one that straight up like showed me my first GCW show. Like I knew what they were and shit, like Joey Janela being involved with them and whatnot. But I had never seen the shows until he was like, "Yo, you should watch one of these with me sometime." So he actually put me up on GameChanger Wrestling. So I got to give him credit for that for sure. But
Well,
I don't know about what your boy Brett is up to. I don't know about that, man.
well, hold
Yeah,
that
coming
thought.
up with the whole idea with the debate and everything, that's the first person that I thought of was Kosuke. I knew he was down with GCW and he had a knowledge. So that's the
Well, I
first person that I
appreciate you,
wanted to pick.
DC. I'm very
Whoop,
happy to
whoop.
be
Love
here.
you, homie.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
Word.
and Kosuke is respectable too. That's the other thing. Like he always,
It's
every
all
time we're in
love.
JCW lunacy chat, he's like, "Sorry, Strange, no disrespect, but
It's all love, and I love
Word.
JCW too. I love JCW, but GCW pretty much resurrected my wrestling fandom. If it wasn't for them and just the independent scene in general, I mean, I kind of just got tired of what the mainstream had to offer. So, I mean, I love both of these companies, but I'm here to rep GCW tonight.
Respect.
oh boy,
Respect.
someone's got to
Well,
do it."
someone has to. Well, better, but you know what they say, better you than me. But anyway, so I got the debate questions right now. If
Right.
you guys want to get right into it, I was just gonna pretty much go through just
Yeah, let's go.
questions one by one.
I got a
real
little
quick.
thing I want to drop.
What's
What's
up,
up?
Bob?
I got a little thing I want to drop real quick.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Test your luck.
That looks cool, Bob.
Fresh.
Yeah, it's more
Okay.
Fuck
combat
yeah.
type shit.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm going to just let you guys know that everybody that I will be in the chat and I'll pop in as needed, but I'm going to throw this over to Tommy and Bob and I will be in the background putting the videos up. Some of the questions have videos, some don't. We just actually had a power outage. It was very strange. very random.
I'm so glad it came back on.
Yeah,
Me
same.
too. Oh yeah, and shout
you're-
out to everybody who shared this link on their story, because quite a few people did, including Tommy and Humble and EC and Violent J also did.
Hey, and if
Lexus
you're
did.
watching this right now, share the link out if you want
Yeah.
to.
Show.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. And if anyone else wants to, join in and share some opinions, we're open to it all. I will say
Yeah.
my only rule of thumb is don't be on some fuck shit. You could be on some war shit. You could, say whatever and whatnot, but we're not about, spreading any type of, real life negativity and whatnot. We're about putting
Right.
positive feedback into the world, friendly competition. But that being said, talk your shit.
Well said. I'm gonna leave it to you guys. I'll be in the chat.
Hey,
Awesome.
yo, shout out to John Wolf in the chat of Game Changer
Shouts
World. I be watching your podcast all the time. Dope to see
shit.
you here.
Well, I guess I'll start with you, Kosuke, being as that you of course put Humble onto GameChanger Wrestling. So being that you're representing GameChanger Wrestling, how long have you been following GCW, and what exactly is the moment that hooked you into GameChanger Wrestling and made you decide, yeah, I'm down with that?
Yeah, so I've always been like a fan of violent wrestling. I used to watch a lot of like CZW fucking just like clips back in the day. I never knew where to actually find CZW, so I would just watch a lot of the like, compilation videos and shit. But what got me hooked on GCW was honestly seeing Zandig throw fucking Joey Janela off the rooftop through
Okay.
the stack of tables. But at that point, I still didn't really consistently watch, but that's what really showed me what was going on. I didn't really start watching until like 2019. I think the
Okay.
first show I watched was no, maybe it was like 2020. I think the first show I watched was Run Ricky Run.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
That's how
So
long
you
I've
got
been
it.
consistently watching.
So you really picked it up during the pandemic and whatnot, because
Yeah.
I remember around that time GCW was doing a lot of like hip hop themed shows and stuff like that. Because
Yes.
I remember like the Run Ricky Run, it was like that's like eerily familiar to that to that Pop Smoke line where he goes Run Ricky A Run, and
Yeah.
but it's also Boys in the Hood and shit. So it's like I thought that was cool that they were I always think it's cool when wrestling plays on current events in real time, but also pays homage to certain nostalgia. So I thought that was really cool. The fact that you were able to actually go back and, pinpoint exactly what it was, that got you into it. So obviously you love the Ultraviolence, you love, big fan of Zandig and Joey Janela and stuff. I mean, right off the bat, you're naming the moments that I think GCW has become iconic for, and that's, pure Ultraviolence. So, respect to you.
Yeah.
Humble, for those who don't know,
Yes.
how long have you been following Juggalo Championship Wrestling? And
Well, shit. I mean, my first time seeing JCW was on VHS. I struggle with this so much because I don't have my OG VHS. It's either volume 1 or volume 2 of the OG JCW VHS tapes was my first exposure. Obviously, a very different version of what the product has become these days, but still my first exposure. Now, the product these days is very different. It is I don't even know how to describe it. I think in one of my videos I called it the best comedy wrestling promotion in the universe. But it's more than just comedy wrestling. I feel like calling it just comedy wrestling, it would be limiting what y'all are doing. Honestly, it's my favorite wrestling promotion running right now, hands down. And that's not blowing smoke or anything. It's the most entertaining wrestling that I watch. Now, GCW used to be that,
Okay.
but I don't know what happened. My theory on that is, maybe a little bit of Hunter Green got involved.
Ooh.
And they've had to kind of clean up things. But I don't know, that's purely speculation. Maybe me throwing a little bit of shade, getting negative as I'm known to a little bit. But
all good. If you have an opinion, now is the time to talk about it. So please do not bite your tongue.
yeah,
Talk your shit, Humble. I want to hear.
I mean, I'll be honest, that shit with Brett is a little despicable. The shit that happened on Showcase Showdown is despicable. I really don't know how you can back that, honestly.
Listen,
but I mean,
listen.
I might be jumping ahead of the game, but I'm dying to talk about it.
All I'm saying, Brett Lauderdale was a former official. Okay.
Okay, well,
When Brett came down to the ring, former official Brett Lauderdale, when he counted that pin, he had the ref T-shirt and everything. That was an official
it
count.
took off another man's
No
back,
cheating.
but
Oh,
No
get back
cheating.
here, you're insane! Oh, this fucking piece of shit. Oh, Brett, just hair the butter right tubes. Oh, damn! No, Brett Lauderdale with the assist.
What the hell is Lauderdale doing out there?
I'll be a pest and a pain in the ass like always. What are you doing? No!
Wait, what?
Brett,
What the hell is that?
He's got the referee shirt. No, no!
He's not a referee.
That can't stand. That can't stand.
Brett Lauderdale's not.
Referee shirt.
that's what we're talking about.
Referee shirt.
Good pull, Bob.
Now, I was watching this from home, and he is a former referee. It was a very bizarre that he just grabbed the shirt, didn't even put it on, and counted the 3. But again, I like the homage to, you know, classic wrestling moments. You know, the old Paul Heyman, you know, ref bump, so he comes out, and you know, I mean, that's classic wrestling, you know, psychology. So you know, I think the word despicable heel is definitely a clever phrase to describe Mr. Lauderdale.
They're playing dirty. They're playing dirty. I mean, he was calling for all GCW wrestlers to come out and interfere with that match.
This is war.
That's true.
All is fair in war. You know what I'm saying?
That's true too. I mean, I can't deny that. I mean, it wasn't like JCW wrestlers weren't coming out, but they were coming out to defend the fuckery.
That's true. That's true. Now, moving right along. Well, I know you guys have both attended events in person. Kosuke, I know that you attended the Hammerstein Ballroom show, and we're trying to get the Hatchet Man flag.
Epic fail.
Was that your?
It was a fail.
I was out there looking like I don't like. If you watch the tape, you literally see it's like me, Jay, Tony, and JP.
Man, you had the Duke looking for it.
Me and my boy Odious.
And we're looking. We're like, where is it? Where is it? I'm like, all right. I'm
Me
just
and
like,
my
fuck
boy
it.
Odious, and I know Torino in the chat. He was also there. He can attest to this. We literally tried to hit like 3 different targets, just looking for some like something to put this on. All they had was like cardboard. Like I don't know. I could have did it on the cardboard. I should have done it on.
Should have done it before you even pulled up.
But yeah, I know. I didn't plan it properly. I should have planned it better. But next time Hammerstein comes around, there will be, for future reference, if there's ever another Hammerstein show.
Was that your first time attending a GCW show live, or have you attended any? No. What was your first GCW?
My first show was actually the first Hammerstein. He was there as well.
I was at that one. I was at that first Hammerstein one.
Yeah. After that, though, I mean, that obviously I'm a deathmatch mark, so that show didn't have enough deathmatch for me. So I
Only a little blood.
Saw the collective was coming to Dallas, Texas that year, and I fucking flew to Dallas, and ever since then I've just been hitting a bunch of them. I've hit quite a few.
I don't think that's the right one.
That was
more
fresh.
good pulls. More good pulls.
Great pulls, great finds. I mean, you know, I love the showing a little bit of everything, a little bit of the Josh Barnett blood sport, a little bit of the hardcore and stuff. I mean, you know, I'll give credit where it's due. You know, GCW has been the wrestling buffet on the independents in the underground for they've been holding it down, you know, since the pandemic as far as that. You know, just giving everybody a little bit of everything. Full script, you really can't do a whole lot of deathmatch and stuff in the tri-state. You can a little bit in Jersey, but New York, Connecticut, Philadelphia, the commissions will shut you down fast as shit. The arena's a little bit easier and whatnot, but you can't do glass. You can't do light tubes or anything like that. New York, it's very strict and whatnot. That's why they were, I'm sure you guys were aware, but they were having issues with the commission because they had to get the ambulance. And of course, you know, it was every possible bone that day, you know, with the weather and the ambulance and everything like that. So that's New York right there. So I understand, you know, that bone as far as you being a fan of the Ultraviolence and maybe not getting it in some of the shows that you've attended. But, you know, definitely if you attend some of the Atlantic City shows, you will get your deathmatch.
That's where I go. That's where I go for my deathmatch fix. I hate Atlantic City at this point.
There you go. Were you there? Were you there recently when we got into the brawl with GCW?
I was not, unfortunately.
I was gonna say that would have been the that would.
I was watching from home, and that was probably one of my favorite moments of this whole feud here. Honestly,
That was a dope show. That was a really
Well,
dope show.
Well, we'll get into that in a little bit. What was the first event that you attended in person, Humble, for Juggalo Championship Wrestling?
Shit. The Super Gathering was my first taste of in-person JCW. Now, granted, I was very, very drunk. this was in my drinking days, so I barely remember any of it. And I was so sleepy tired and drunk sleepy tired that I only hung out for like a match or two, and then I went back down to go drunkenly pass out. The second time, though, and the most impactful, was a very bizarre JCW show that I saw in person. I had seen more of the newer product on the Patreon streams, but they did a gimmick called the Hootenanny Hoedown. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
All the wrestlers had very bizarre redneck gimmicks for that show, and it was a very interesting show, like, because they really stuck to the gimmick of the show, and it was very funny to me. I had a lot of fun watching that in person. I think that is a taste of, I mean, it wasn't fully evolved into what Lunacy is now, but I think during the Patreon era is a little bit of a taste of where it was going if you watch some of those shows. Also, like, the really fresh, I mean, I wasn't there in person for this, but that really fresh show that they did in Jay's house.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, is that a fun show? Did I show you that? I still haven't shown you that full thing, right?
No, we were supposed to.
Yeah, we got to watch that. That shit is so good.
You got to watch it. They literally fight all throughout the kitchen. Evil Dead, comes out and it's
each match is a different room and shit. It's fucking crazy.
It's hysterical. It's absolutely hysterical. But okay, so those are some pretty good events to have attended live. All right, I'll start with you on this one, Humble. Who would you say is your favorite superstar in Juggalo Championship Wrestling currently?
Shit. I mean, I don't want to suck your dick, Tommy, but the Backseat Boyz.
Not counting the Backseat Boys.
Mickey Knuckles. I would say right now, Mickey Knuckles is probably my favorite, other than the Backseat
Mine
Boys.
too. Mine too.
Mickey's really killing it right now. She's on a hell of a run. Shouts out to Mickey. I really am a mark for Too Tough Tony too. I like Tony a lot. Hey, speaking of, look at that, everyone I just said.
And Pondo, yeah.
Oh yeah, I gave these answers already. Just blew my mind with that.
That's great. Hell yeah.
Good polls.
Those are good.
Jesus Christ, good polls.
Those are great polls, man. That's awesome. Well, anytime I am humbled to have been on somebody's favorite wrestling tier list, I always do a thank you praying sign, because any entertainment I could give to anybody that they would consider entertaining is just something that I know that at the very least I've accomplished that in my life. So thank you.
No bullshit, Tommy. Y'all are very, very talented, and you were going to go far. I just know it.
I appreciate that.
Agreed.
Now,
I'm just going to drop random stuff on you sometimes. I just want you to know that, so don't be caught off guard, okay, Tom?
Not at all. You guys are good and killing it. And if you guys have any opinions, please feel free to step in and interrupt that shit, because we just having fun now. So thank you.
I'm gonna show a video what Humble was talking about on the first question here.
Damn, he looked like a big fat ass Hershey's Kiss. He looks somewhat like a big lovable stuffed man. He looks like a chewed up Reese's cup. He looks to me like
Who's
a
that
giant
guy?
duck with tits. And I
Who's that
fucking
guy?
love Abdullah the fat fuck. Yes, once again back.
Oh, there's something I love so much about Jay describing Abdullah the Butcher's body, specifically his titties. There's something that really tickles me. I don't know what it is. Even when I was like 14, 15 years old watching that shit for the first time, it tickled me then. It tickles me now about the same. Nothing brings me greater joy, I don't think, than Violent J talking about Abdullah the Butcher's titties. Holy shit.
Yes, it is definitely it is definitely amusing to hear the Duke compliment Abdullah's breast assists.
Now, there's some shit. I mean, there's some matches that really don't age well. some of the commentary on JCW 2, they have.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's one that has a lot of
Yeah.
Foul language. I'll just say very PC. That's really insane.
You know what?
Really insane.
You take it with a grain of salt because you just turn around and you realize that was the Comedy Central, South Park, edgy for the sake of edgy, shock for the sake of shock, humor that would eventually burst into the politically correctness of 2007 onwards. So they were milking it as much as they could. Time, place, and context, kids. But if you could stomach it, great. I love it too. Me personally, I am overcome with joy each and every time we get to recreate a bathroom promo in JCW lunacy, because to me, the greatest promo ever will always be when Hollywood Chuck Hogan was pinching a loaf in Volume 2.
You guys do like making references to that quite a bit.
I do. I'm sorry.
It's like an Easter egg.
I have a juvenile sense of humor when it comes to stuff like that, because it's just, if it's funny, it's funny. It's always going to be funny to me.
And that's why JCW rules, man.
Word up. Now, Kosuke, you being a fan of the sort of ultraviolent, as our friend Alex would say in A Clockwork Orange, who do you find yourself preferring in the land of the ultraviolence?
It gets a little tough because I feel like there's a lot of kind of cycling talent that comes through in the deathmatch division. But as for right now, I mean, I gotta say Matt Tremont, he's one of my favorites of all time. The Duke, John Wayne Murdoch, another one of my favorites. And then Dr. Redacted, I feel like he is kind of a fresh face to the scene who's really turned it up a notch. And so he's kind of one of my newer favorites. But the Duke, John Wayne Murdoch, and Matt Tremont always have a place in my heart. They got good, consistent death matches. And I always hit.
I could definitely agree with that sentiment. Because the two of them are guys that were classically trained professional wrestlers. So they're going to give it that extra little pepper that you need to tell a story in the world of deathmatch wrestling.
Tremont is like the Dusty of deathmatch. That's
and he's the recently crowned JCW heavyweight champion. So I don't know. It's like it's sort of like when The Rock beat Booker T for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, but I don't know what to do right now.
And John Wolf, like John Wolf in the chat said, Lil Sicko as well is coming up. I do want to shout out Lil Sicko. I feel like if you're a Juggalo, you should check out Lil Sicko. If you're
Lil Skittle too.
Lil Skittle, yeah, him as well.
I was put on to Lil Sicko at the most recent GCW show. Him and Mr. Danger, and I'll say this: a lot of guys have to eat a lot of shit for a while. I respect the hustle. I respect the grind. He's very young, so I hope he doesn't do. I got this injury at 31, so I don't want to see somebody do irreversible damage that young to your body, because the kid has something there. There's something there that can be pulled out. I think he needs a breakout moment. I think he needs a breakout match. Right now, he's kind of just going through his, whatchamacallit. Right now, I think he's just going through his, what is this, Reed Harris Cooper? But, yeah.
Who are we talking about there?
Not sure. Well, thank you for distracting me and throwing me off. I think Lil Sicko will advance very far in his career as long as he continues to have great matches and not just go for great moments. That's the long and the short of it.
Agreed.
Oh, they're talking about Necro Butcher.
Oh, yeah.
I just scrolled up and figured it out.
Oh, they're talking. Oh, so in the world of New Jersey deathmatch wrestling, apparently there was somebody calling and shutting down buildings and stuff like that. So
it's a hot topic.
Yeah, it's a hot topic right now. I was given the full scoop on the interwebs and stuff. But
we ain't bringing that shit here. So
I remember Big Flame. I remember Big Flame and Fat Fuck Barrel Boy Anthony Purcell, and I will unblock you, Anthony.
Now, but yes, those are good picks, Kosuke. Good picks. start it back up with you. What is your favorite match to take place at GameChanger Wrestling, Kosuke?
I gotta go with Jun Kasai versus Nick Gage from I can't remember what the show was called, but I remember it was New Year's Eve. I was there. It was in Atlantic City. It was after the Nick Gage Invitational, and yeah, it was Jun Kasai versus Nick Gage, and I felt like Nick Gage for one night like went back to prime Nick Gage. He pulled up with the fucking Chicago Bulls Jordan jersey. And he was just doing some crazy ass shit. And then on top of that, the little New Year's countdown. Everyone in the crowd was counting down to New Year's, and I thought that was a pretty fresh moment to happen while two of the greatest deathmatch wrestlers on the planet are going to war. I thought that was a pretty sick match.
Hell yeah.
So many light tubes.
So many light tubes. I use light tubes for the
like a
first
shortage
time.
of light tubes as well. Is that you were explaining that to me?
Rumor has it there's a light tube shortage in the world, but we shall see
crazy.
within the next few years.
Keep breaking them. There's only even less.
Yeah. I used I used them for the first time in Atlantic City recently on John Wayne Murdoch and the Duke John Wayne Murdoch and Matt Tremont, and then was hit with them by YDNP. So yeah.
I think that was YDNP. I might be wrong, but that was one of their like first times gripping some light tubes too. So I think like both of y'all were really walking into some. That's what the war does, though. The war will bring that out of you.
Uncharted territories and shit.
We keep noting that casualty of war. Tommy Grayson is about 0 or maybe like 1-3 right now. Good
and that's
pick,
the other thing, Tommy. You fell on their turf. You fell representing JCW on their turf. Like, by the way, how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay, man. You know, I got the cast on. I have a follow-up appointment literally the Tuesday after the gathering. So you can see they put a plate and a couple screws. I had what's called a compound fracture, which is when the ankle and the bone were broken. But you know, thankfully, I got the care I needed, the surgery I needed, and you know, I don't fuck with my health. I don't take this shit for granted. You know, that's my first major injury, so I want to make sure that I'll be back. Right now, I'm just trying to be proactive. But yeah, it happens, casualties of war. But
I mean, you know, for how long you've been doing it, and this being your first major injury, you're remarkably lucky.
Remarkably lucky, yes. That's what I got to keep telling myself. But
yeah,
you know, it's all good. I'll still be known as a casualty of war. But now I ask you,
time and get better.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
Take your time and get better, because we want to see you back at 100, man.
I'll be back 100 and ready to deliver those 5 stars. But anyway, I like Kosuke's choice. You pulled a very, very, very loaded match out there, bringing 2 of the most star-studded competitors in Ultraviolent wrestling. So my question to you, Humble, what is your favorite match to take place at Juggalo Championship Wrestling?
At the last gathering, the main event of Bloody Mania was Pondo and Nick Gage. And during that match, we had, you know, this goes back to the light tubes again, go figure. During that match, we had light tubes break and spray all the fuck over us. It freaked out Emily, but I kind of thought it was fresh as fuck. Like, I was like, he was like, get in front of me. I'm like, yeah, no problem. This is fucking awesome. I'd never seen like a death match up close and personal like that before. So that was really fucking cool. That was really cool.
Well, let me ask. Well, what I was going to ask you is, do you, because I know a lot of people don't necessarily enjoy deathmatch wrestling. Are you pro deathmatch wrestling? Are you anti deathmatch wrestling? Are you indifferent?
I'm pro deathmatch wrestling for sure. I definitely like deathmatch wrestling. I like the craziness. I like the madness. But I also like, you know, regular old wrestling. I like all wrestling. There's so many different flavors of wrestling. Like, yeah, I liked earlier you called GCW a buffet of wrestling. That is a good description.
Yeah.
For what they do over there, for sure. But also what JCW does in a way. It is a buffet.
Right.
Of wrestling.
It is.
Maybe
JCW
just slightly
is.
Different food at the buffet.
Slightly different food, and I think whereas GCW might have positioned itself as the Golden Corral, you know, they're a chain buffet. I think JCW right now is a more geographically franchised buffet that, you know, might have some a little bit more delectable delicacies that aren't as enjoyed by everybody as the Golden Corral, but that's okay because I think we're better than the Golden Corral.
And they got Fago on tap. Hey, whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Hell yeah. Okay, so Humble, what do you think of, what is your overall thoughts on, as it relates to everything, you know, in the feud, out of the feud, what are your thoughts on the ops, GameChanger Wrestling?
Well, you know, I do have respect for GCW, but I like I alluded to earlier, I do think that maybe they've lost their way a bit. I don't want to say sell out, but I just said sell out. Now, you know, there are logos on their ring canvas now. You know, I see things like that as a fan, and I get a little bit skeptical. I'll be honest. And you know, with the rumors of them being sort of a feeder company, to WWE, you have to look at it in a different way. Is this now? Is this, you know, they get comparisons to ECW quite a bit. Is this now ECW when Heyman's secretly helping Vince a little bit? Is this the era of GCW we're in? Purely speculation, of course. Now, I still have a lot of respect for GCW. I still watch their product, but it does seem like things have changed a little bit. Things have gotten a little bit more PG-13. I guess you could say.
Interesting take. Kosuke, any what's your response to that? And conversely, what are your thoughts on just Juggalo Championship Wrestling, lunacy, and, you know, the thought that GCW has kind of, you know, gone soft?
Well, here's the thing. My response to this, to Humble, is that they aren't a feeder company. They just have some of the best talent out there that happens to get an eye on them. Guys like Atticus Kogar, who got to compete in that WWE ID match. You know, I think it's less of a feeder company. You know, Brett does know Stephanie. I know it makes it look a little sus, but outside of that, yeah, my ops in JCW, Kerry Morton. Enough said. That dude's a dickhead.
Well, I mean, we can all agree that Kerry's a dickhead.
That
but
dude's a dickhead.
I think he's a dickhead.
His dad's a sweetheart.
Well, I think that's one
he's a
thing that
dick.
I think that's one thing this whole panel can agree on. Kerry's a dickhead.
Interesting take. So, with that being said, you guys both gave your thoughts on the opposing side. I guess I'll ask you, or Kosuke, you kind of answered it. Would you say that Kerry Morton is your most hated JCW wrestler?
Yeah, that's the ops right there.
That's your hunt. That's the guy that you're going with.
Yeah.
That's the guy that just every single time you see his face, you just want to break your phone or break your TV.
Oh yeah. Then he comes to the GCW shows too. He just riles me up. He just pisses me off. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Boom. Boom. I'm not a fan of him either. Nah, he's all right, but in the ring, I'm not a fan. Humble, who is your most hated GameChanger Wrestler superstar?
Can I say Kerry too?
Sure. I mean, technically, he's a former JCW heavyweight champion, but he was a GCW guy. You know,
He used to call himself Mr. GCW. So,
Okay, so public enemy number one to JCW and GCW is Kerry Morton. Is that the
Mr.
take?
Turncoat himself, Kerry Morton.
Everyone hated Corporal Robinson more, I believe.
For a lot of different reasons.
That's also post tenure. Kerry Morton
Out
is
there
a good
scamming to this day. Legend
Good
has
pull.
it.
Yeah. Okay, so final thoughts. Aside from Mr. Robinson, we currently have public enemy number one of Championship Wrestling a la Juggalo and GameChanger to be Morton Mr. Kerry.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Kerry
Moving
gets it
right
on
over.
both sides.
See, we can agree on something here. If there's one thing that will unite GCW and JCW in this war, it's the mutual hate for Kerry
Imagine that's
Morton.
the end of the 2-day war is they just everyone teams up and beats the shit out of Kerry.
Kerry.
Okay. Well, since we're on the topic of that, Humble, what do you think of both sides going out of their way to fuck with each other? And, I guess as far as GCW going out of their way to fuck with JCW, like what do you think of that? Some of the bullshit tactics that they've been.
I mean, they definitely are up to some dirty tactics. That's for sure. The Brett thing that we already brought up is kind of the king shit of the dirty tactics. I feel like, but I mean, GCW wrestlers showing up and interrupting shows and stuff. Like, there's been a lot of stuff going on.
I mean, what about the JCW wrestlers invading our sacred backyard show?
The sacred backyard show.
Our sacred backyard show, invite only. Y'all, Brett said it himself. You weren't invited, and you guys invaded. You guys invaded.
Wait a minute, Kosuke. Are you saying that I was asking for it?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
I told you my invitation got lost in the mail. I told everyone.
Want to talk about invading?
Listen, you do not speak ill of the Backseat Boys, mosh pit mic, or cocaine.
Get the fuck out of here.
Jesus fucking Christ. So, what do you, Kosuke, since you seem to have a strong opinion on us invading the backyard, do you have any noteworthy moments that GCW should be relishing in during this feud?
Oh, I mean, honestly, the one we mentioned earlier, the brawl that went into the AC parking lot there, that went out into the. I mean, y'all got the cops involved. Y'all had Chad Mins directing traffic out there, like
directing traffic like the
you
crossing
put Chad
guard
Mins
and
to work.
Daddy Daycare.
Yeah, you had to put Chad Mins working harder than he had to direct traffic because you guys were just so violently beating each other up. You had the cops literally stopping. So. I mean, that's got to be the moment.
There's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. There's a lady
GCW, they're trying to get everybody in. I think they're going to lock them out. I think they're trying to lock out the...
Well, somebody better tell Tremont about this plan.
Right. Oh, they're trying to... Oh, no, Backseat got in. They're trying... Oh, they got one of the Backseats in there.
That's going to be bad news for JP Grayson.
Your brother goes into the... What happened to JP there? He went in.
I don't know, but when I finally found him, he was a totally different person. Nah, purely speculation.
Hope you're okay, JP.
Maybe there's a reason he hasn't been seen on screen a whole lot since then.
Oh,
JP was lost on the ER on the way home from backyard.
Talk about dirty tactics. What did they do to the poor boy?
Oh no, I don't know. They might have chloroformed him. So Humble, what's a standout moment for you during this entire feud?
Really, that brawl is a pretty standout moment for me too. I had that brawl listed as well. I thought that was really fresh, really awesome. Like Kosuke said, getting the you can notice if you really are watching, you can notice the police's attention did get brought to everything going on. So I mean, if police are getting worked, that's a good moment. That's a really good moment. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's
breaking
right.
kayfabe a little bit, but if police are getting worked. That's a good fucking moment.
And we ain't talking about Big Boss Man or Officer Colt, that's for sure.
Fucking Officer Colt. Where's Officer Colt been? It's been a minute.
Officer Colt was last seen in, I believe, was it Milwaukee, which should be airing not tomorrow, but next week. If my memory,
episode 38 of Lunacy.
47, because we're about to air 46, I think.
Okay. Jesus Christ. You're getting up there with the lunacy episodes.
We sure are. So this is kind of a question for everybody, and you guys could, answer it however you want. But in your opinions, who's going to win this feud, or who's going to win the 2-day war? Who's taking that W?
Kosuke, you'd like to go first?
I got to go with GameChanger. I got to go with GameChanger. I mean, just the talent they have on there. I know JCW has a lot of experience, but I just feel like what they got going on the first card. I mean, Atticus, you got Team Vandal 48. I mean, I think Mosh Pit, Cocaine, and Stephen Flo are great, but Vandal 48's just been on a tear. Masha Slamovich with the Rejects. I mean, that's a freaking super team right there. Backseat Boyz. I mean, I don't know about that match. You're down. What are they gonna do without you?
I'll still be at the gathering, but we're gonna see what happens as far as what my actual involvement is gonna be. But I am in this cast, so we'll see if I could do in those silvers or not. I don't know, but even if I got to run someone over in my fucking wheelchair, I will.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Boy, gonna run people down and shit.
Night 1 though. I mean, night 2 as well.
Run somebody over in your golf cart.
Yeah, Shaggy Judo style.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah, Bob wants to be on the golf cart. Good luck, Bob.
As for night 2, though, I mean, that exploding barbed wire death match, I feel like that's really going to be the head of the war right there as well. I feel like Tremont and Madman Pondo are both two heads on the Mount Rushmore of deathmatch. So to see them going at it in an exploding barbed wire death match at the gathering will be pretty insane as well. But I do think GCW's got it.
So you would say that you would say that exploding barbed wire death match is the match that you're most looking forward to, Kosuke?
Oh, for sure. Those are two of my favorite deathmatch wrestlers of all time. So It'll be Redacted versus Mickey is being wasted at the gathering.
No,
I don't
that
agree
is
with
so
that. Yeah,
incorrect.
I don't agree with that. I think this is one of the best cards we've seen at the gathering in a long time, and I feel like having a match like Redacted versus Mickey will really showcase the deathmatch aspect of both companies, because Redacted and Mickey are two of the best doing it.
That's
and I think no matter where they're doing it, I think in front of a Juggalo crowd as well, it'll really also emphasize just the craziness of that match. And I think a lot of the GCW fans who are unfamiliar with just the chaotic environment of a JCW show will be pleasantly surprised by how actually war it's going to be out there. It's going to be chaotic.
That's for sure. I mean, that's definitely some good takes, definitely some good matches right there. I definitely think from a wrestling fan perspective, I like knowing what matches I'm going to get in advance, so that, you do that at WrestleMania, you might as well do it at the 2-day war. You should know the big matches in advance, because this is what people are going to be coming out to see. I said the other night on the podcast, show up to the wrestling. This is what I'm telling people: show up to the wrestling. Because you're literally, the wrestling is the main event for the gathering this year. Obviously the clowns are performing, Ouija Max performing, the Knot is going to be dropping, but the main event surrounding this year is the 2-day war. It's been building up literally for a year. Okay, we've been giving it our all. Everything's been, thrown into this 2-day war and whatnot. You're getting dream matches like Tremont versus Pondo and exploding barbed wire death match. You're getting Janela versus Too Tough Tony. You're getting Redacted and Mickey Knuckles. I mean, and this is just for night 1. You're getting 2 nights of a 2-day pay-per-view. So that's just absolutely fucking insane to me that, you're just going to get some of these matches in my opinion, the best crowd. You guys know, seeing wrestling period live and then seeing it and wrestling at the gathering, 2 completely different things. The energy and the vibe at the gathering is like, it's unlike anything else, especially now that it's going to be earlier and stuff. So people are actually going to be awake, God willing, and, a little bit more receptive to the wrestling. So I'm just really excited for some of these matches. But Humble, what are some of the matches you're most looking forward to? And I already know your answer. You know that JCW is going to be winning this, but
Home field advantage. Home field advantage, baby. You already know. I mean, you're gonna have a crowd of mostly juggalos cheering. I mean, you heard the crowd at Showcase Showdown. They were chanting JCW at every wrestler, and you suck dick at every GCW wrestler. But yeah, home field advantage. Of course. I think JCW is going to win. But that Dr. Redacted versus Mickey Knuckles match, I am definitely looking forward to that. Too Tough Tony versus Joey, you already mentioned, and Matt Tremont versus Pondo, and oddly enough, the Battle Royale. I really like me a good Battle Royale,
yes,
so I'm looking
actually.
forward to the Battle Royale because it's 10 versus 10. It's 10 JCW versus 10 GCW. So those are the matches I'm looking forward to the most. But yeah, I really think that the power of the Juggalos, with that energy that you're talking about, Tommy, of it, that is going to propel everyone forward, and that it will it'll be a flawless victory. That's how bold I'll get.
I want to also throw in to Reed Harris Cooper. I personally, last year was my first gathering.
Mine too.
And I just want to say, even if you are not a juggalo and you have no interest outside of the wrestling, there is something for everybody at the gathering. There's something that anyone can find fun in at the gathering, whether you like the music, whether you like just seeing cool shit, whether you like carnival rides, good food, any of that shit. And it's all
Good
family
conversation.
love. Good conversation.
Buttholes.
Lots of buttholes.
But
boobies,
I mean, if you can get
dick,
over butthole, booby, and dick,
titties, PP of all kinds,
Yeah.
good weed, you know.
Good weed,
I mean,
all
when
that shit.
when we met Tommy, we saw a rocket go out of a butthole. That's literally what
that was literally that was my favorite moment of the entire time. You could actually hear me pop when the guy shot it out of his ass. I was like, whoa! It was fucking great. It was great. Like, where else are you going to see that? Like,
Exactly.
I
So I highly
genuinely
recommend it. And then you get the
Yeah.
wrestling, which if you are there for the wrestling, that's the cherry on top. And this year the card is like it's stacked. It's stacked. I mean, so come through.
Well, I know.
Don't be
Well, I
scared.
know specifically that there's going to be some some SPO wrestling fans that are going to be trekking out for the gathering of the Juggalos this year. So we're definitely going to have to team up and get some vlogs and get some ringside videography because this is going to be something I'm going to be like wanting to like watch back on repeat.
Let's team up. Let's definitely do a lot more stuff this year because we had really not met. Like I didn't even know it was y'all until I think Emily said something to me. Is like, who are these handsome dudes that are like talking to us? I think that's the Backseat Boy. I'm like, oh my god, that was the Backseat Boys. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Nah, man, everyone was high as shit. It's all good. We were just we were just embracing buttholes and all that and rockets and whatnot. So
and that was at a wedding. Can we point out that was at a wedding?
A lady on lady wedding, which is to me fucking hot as hell. So I love lesbian
Metal Face and Christy for sure.
No, but then when getting to make my entrance at the gathering and dap you guys up and everything, that was like, to me, that was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? It was I had reached a new plethora of performing because again, just performing, it's like performing at the 2300 arena or performing at the Hammerstein. It's like that was a goal of mine, to perform at the gathering, to wrestle at the gathering. So now to be doing it again this year, maybe not to be wrestling, it's like it's a different experience, but I'm looking forward to it because I know that I know to be a part of it is something that I'll never ever it'll never be taken away from me. So it's to me, it's always about being there to be a part of history rather than not be a part of history. So I'm looking forward to it in that regard. But yes, we will definitely we will be talking because I would like to organize several video projects throughout the day just to go into stuff that we could use for JCW behind the scenes stuff as well.
Oh, that would be dope. I'm helly down. Let's talk.
Hell yeah. So this is the last of my questions, and then we have 6 bonus questions, which I will be
bonus round. So this is the last of the main. And this last question is real simple. Question number 11. Does this end at the 2-day war?
I'm gonna say no. And let me put it this way, even if it's not in a war capacity, at least I'm going to say I hope. I hope in the future we see both JCW and GCW working together, because I feel like, I mean, I know Humble can vouch for me. I've been saying for years that the Clowns and GCW need to work. And
You can literally go back like 3-4 years on my channel and find us watching GCW shows, doing wrestling watch-alongs, and we're literally talking that shit of like, man, JCW versus GCW would be so fresh. Can you imagine if they did that at the Gathering? We're literally saying that shit on stream 3-4 years ago. So
You got to get
yeah.
that footage. You got to get that
Yeah.
footage and
we
literally
gotta
like
find. We really do
repurpose
have
We
to find
definitely
that,
do,
because I
but-
mean, there's multiple streams
I
of
mean,
us
I
saying
think-
that shit.
I think it's a perfect pairing. I think it's two very similar companies. And you know, I think in the future I'd love to see like the Backseat Boys get a run at the GCW titles, or like, you know, it's fun to see Effie over in JCW. I feel like he fits over there a lot, and you know, I listen to his podcast and it sounds like he enjoys being there a lot. So even if it's not in a war capacity, I definitely hope that both companies continue to at least, you know, send some wrestlers over and do some work together.
And my answer is honestly really similar to that. Like, I think the feud ends, and hopefully the relationship continues. Is really what is how I'm hoping it. But because I think the relationship is dope. Go watch that Backyard Wrestling from last year, where Brett and Violent J are on commentary together. That shit is fresh. That shit is really fresh. If they can team up, maybe with their mutual hate of one Kerry Morton, and we can all unite for our hatred of the Southern Six and Kerry Morton, then maybe there can be true progress between these promotions.
Okay. Fans, before we get into the bonus round, do we got any on-screen questions that we could answer and whatnot?
Chat.
Anything from
chat?
Anything from Strange and Bob or anyone before we get into the bonus round?
I just wanted to point out, isn't there 3 days of wrestling at the Gathering?
Yes.
So yes, it's going to be the wrestling at the Tuesday, the 0 day. So similar to last year, how we had the JCW that was like 10 minutes out from the Gathering. It's going to be
Mill Creek Dam Tavern place or whatever the fuck it was called.
That was pretty fresh, but this year it's actually going to be at the Gathering itself. So when you guys load in on Tuesday, when you know you get your camp tent set up and you know you're out there and you're pre-gaming and there ain't shit to do, there is going to be shit to do because there's going to be a live episode of JCW Lunacy, not taped, live, because everything needs to be up to date for the 2-day war. So you know we're calling everybody, you know, everybody who's there, you know, everyone who's loading in and stuff, everyone who's just getting into shit, you know, drop yo shit, get yo campsite, bring some lunch, bring some 40s, bring some Fago, you know, and pull up to JCW, okay? And bring some weed for me because I'm going to need it.
Right, and get loud.
That is so dope. Y'all are doing it at the Gathering.
Get loud as fuck. Take your pictures. Like what I really want, what I love seeing is I love seeing fan videos at JCW when people are posting like ringside. I want it to be flooded so much because I know all people do is post shit at the Gathering. So if we could flood as much of the shit going on to hype up the wrestling, yes,
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, I'm sorry. The one thing I'm not going to be negative. I don't like that every video I saw on YouTube was of the fucking stunt show, the Nutshot Olympics.
Yeah. I feel you there, Tommy. I feel you there for real.
I'm not hating. I got nothing but love for those guys. Okay, but and I get it. It's a tent. Okay, a lot of people like to sit. A lot of people want to be around. Like I get it. I'm not hating. Okay, I'm just saying. I hardly saw any JCW footage aside from the stuff you guys posted and everything. That broke my heart. But I saw about 10 videos of somebody getting tased in the balls or kicked in the balls, or you know, it's. I get it, but please come to the fucking wrestling.
The wrestling's my favorite part of the whole ordeal.
If you notice too, Tommy, let me point out too, if you notice, a lot of that footage is from outsiders. So a lot of outsider YouTube channels will focus towards that more extreme stuff, but that's why they're there. They're there to capture that more extreme stuff and upload it to their YouTube channel. Whereas I want to capture the stuff at the gathering that is more vibey. I want to capture like cool conversations, moments. I want to interview someone while something's going on in the background, perhaps.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite things to do, is try to frame something where we're walking somewhere and I'm doing an interview, say, so that stuff is happening, but you're getting to feel the vibe of the place, because it's really a tough thing to capture, because it is such a magical experience being there. Like it is tough to capture the vibe, and that's what I try to do with my gathering content or videos or whatever you want to call it.
Hell yeah. Cool. Bob Strange, any comments?
Do you have anything, Bob?
No, I'm excited. I'm excited for the wrestling. Yeah, totally. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be having the camera pointed there.
Yeah,
much the whole time.
Fuck yeah. And trust me, there won't be anybody there to tell you not to film. Okay, it is a friendly filming policy there. Please bring your shit. Bring your shit.
Oh, for
I
sure.
also we're working on a gathering video, and I wanted to just play like a little teaser. It's a short.
Are you going to do that?
Hell yeah.
Let's do it up.
All right, Bob. You didn't tell me you were going to do that.
Because I'll get to meet Strange Suspicion.
Up on that zip line. Fuck it. Why not?
EC Juggalo.
So pull up if you see me. Say what up.
Weird Bob? Weird Bob, I'll probably be hugging for hours.
That was a weird clip.
What? Was that a real raccoon or was that AI?
Show like the beginning of it.
That was AI.
Oh, that tripped me out. That looks so real.
I was gonna say,
fuck.
I've always like low key wanted to pet a raccoon, but it's just they're so vicious, and I'm afraid of getting like rabies or something.
Oh, they're like cats with hands.
I know. I love cats. I'm a cat guy, so like I think that's what it is. Like I just want to like go and just like pet it, but just I
They can be nice though. People do make them as pets.
My dad would always say he had one as a kid, but I couldn't tell if it was some of my dad bullshit or not. But he always used to say he had one as a kid.
Dad humor is the kayfabe. Your fathers are always trying to kayfabe
me.
He did. Yes.
Okay, so without further ado, in this game of Joker's Wild, bonus round, and I want all you guys to participate. Strange, Bob, Kosuke, Humble. Okay. In your humble opinions, which promotion better represents underground wrestling culture, GCW or JCW, and why?
I can go first.
You guys go first. Give me a moment.
I think JCW better represents it because it's the more fun part of underground wrestling, and at least in my opinion. I feel like that what they've been really good is tapping into certain characters or figures that not only have gone viral but have stolen people's hearts, like one Luigi Primo, for example, or even a Cocaine, if you will, or even Hollywood Haley J, who Emily isn't even a huge wrestling fan. We watched that wrestler's reality show, and she marked out for Hollywood Haley J the entire time. Y'all getting wrestlers like that shows that you are tapped in to the wrestling culture, at least to a certain extent, in my opinion. And I think you guys are really good at highlighting the fun of pro wrestling, in my humble opinion.
Well, thank you, Humble. Who's next?
I'm gonna say GCW. Obviously, I'm repping for my GCW folks out here. It's a hard toss up. Don't get me wrong. JCW really is hustling hard and getting it from out the mud. But that's also what I think GCW did. I think Brett bought a company that was kind of dying over in New Jersey, and he pretty much independently brought it out the mud and took it up with a lot of independent dudes who ended up making a name for themselves, like Joey Janela going to AEW. And I know it kind of plays into Humble Among's, sellout argument, but you know, they had to start somewhere, and I think, you know, they organically kind of earned where they are right now. And you know, they have an independent Hall of Fame, they have a deathmatch Hall of Fame. So I think they kind of represent the indies almost as a whole, in my opinion. Not as a whole, I don't want to say that, because, you know, there are a lot of good independent wrestling promotions right now, but I think that they're kind of the standard at the moment, I should say.
When was GCW founded as a company?
So
you want to take it?
Well, so the original GCW GameChanger Wrestling was officially established in 2015.
Yeah.
Oh, 2015.
But the original company was actually called Jersey Championship Wrestling.
And that was when they went to Game Changer World there, and the owner of that company wanted.
So their original name was JCW?
Yes.
Correct.
The irony.
Correct. Yes, Jersey Championship Wrestling. They were originally owned by a man named Ricky O, and they were an independent wrestling promotion, you know, not too unsimilar to Jersey All Pro or you know, your typical just Northeast based wrestling promotions. You know,
when did that JCW start?
Ironically enough, I believe December of '99.
Oh my god!
Because
I want to talk some shit. Can I still talk shit? I think I can.
No, feel free to talk shit, but you know,
the ICP JCW was still before that. I think it had to have been, right.
All right, factual nerds. I need somebody to go on Cage Match and pull up the exact.
I think it had to have been. I'm pretty fucking sure I got those VHSs before.
Well, here's the thing: Jersey Championship Wrestling, irregardless of if it was established first or foremost, was not national until they became GCW in 2015. So the facts are the facts. JCW was national.
Yeah, and they kind of hit a point where they were just kind of running, you know, those like family friendly, you know, kind of shows, you know, bring the kids. And then, you know, Brett took it with Danny DeMonto there, and they kind of turned that thing into what it is.
You could say that both companies have been repurposed over the time.
I'm also reading December '99 for JCW, Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
And Jersey Championship.
Interesting. Yeah. It seems like both are in December '99. Very interesting.
Bob Strange, what would you say?
I would say JCW. Look, this is Violent J's dream from when he was a little boy. Like, for a quarter of a century, he's been bringing JCW. It is part of wrestling culture itself. You know what I mean? There's no way that GCW could compare to something like that. We recently saw a GCW JCW matchup at the Majestic, and I did notice like a difference in the wrestling culture itself. And I was more so thinking that the JCW promotion itself was shaping the culture that was crossing over into GCW. I could be wrong, but it did seem like a lot of the things were very similar between the two as well, because sometimes it was hard to tell, even watching like every detail of every match. It was hard to tell if they were saying GCW or JCW. It was like people were having so much fun together. So maybe my answer is they're both equally best. I feel like maybe they would be good mixed together, but
I like that answer. I like that answer.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, I mean they're
Just
both
mix it
very,
together.
very. And I mean, them
They
working
both have good
together, y'all
elements.
working together is like a prime example of that. Y'all are two of the best independent companies, in my opinion. And so I like Strange's answer.
Thank you.
I agree. Bob, you got any hot takes?
I got a couple words to say. Real underground baby. That's all I got to say. And good wording, Strange. I like that.
You did? I was just like, I'm like, am I saying too much? The whole time I was talking, I'm like, am I saying too much? Do I sound stupid? Like I was trying just to communicate what I meant, and I'm glad that you guys received it.
No, you're killing it. You're killing it.
Words are
you guys are absolutely killing it. Hell yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, come on, it was his dream for a quarter of a century, and look where we are now. Like, it's just getting bigger and bigger. Some companies can't make it that long. You know what I mean? And keep the fan base and stay relevant in the culture of wrestling.
So next up, in your guys' opinion, which company pushes boundaries in storytelling and gimmicks more effectively?
Oh, hands down, JCW. That's easy. Stories and gimmicks. I mean, come on.
I'm gonna have to say I agree. As
See,
somebody,
he can't even argue.
who is on Team GCW, I do have to agree. Yeah, I do have to agree. There's a lot of, and I wrote that in my answers too. I mean, there's just a lot of outlandish gimmicks in JCW that work in JCW that I feel like a lot of people would misuse, but JCW gives them a perfect platform to do such things. I mean, cocaine, for instance. Cocaine's fucking awesome. Cocaine's awesome, but like the clowns and JCW give him a place to really be cocaine and really do his thing on a consistent basis and give him work. So I think, I got to give it to JCW.
Awesome. So to that point also, which promotion showcases more innovative wrestling styles?
JCW.
It might be GCW. It ultimately has more wrestling styles. I feel like it has to be GCW because they just bring in such a different wide variety of things.
I'm definitely also going with GCW. I mean, GCW is a promotion where on one show you will see a death match, a comedy match, a 5-star freaking Tokyo Dome-esque wrestling match, a lucha match, and a 6-man scramble and a tag match all on the same show. And the pacing still, like, consistently is very well. Like, they have something for everybody. And I do think JCW has something for everybody as well, but I think GCW takes the cake.
Oh, God! No! No! For the love of God, don't you dare! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Joey's such a maniac.
That was a big one, yeah.
God
That
bless
was a big deal.
Zandig for that.
Bless
He's still
Zandig a maniac
yeah,
too.
He's still
Shit.
hurting.
Uncle John, though, that's
It looked really scary.
John is one of those guys that, I've only met him a handful of times, but the amount of respect I have for Zandig is like, it's immeasurable just because you could tell that, this was a guy who was willing to literally destroy his body for the sake of a company or, his product, that's not something that you can say about a lot of wrestling promoters is that, they either do one or the other, but John bled for his company. John literally broke his back and his neck and his body for, not just, CZW, but GameChanger Wrestling. And just the respect he shows my brother and I just carrying on the Backseat legacy is just, I can never repay him enough for that because I have doubts if I would have existed in that world back then. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing the type of way the world was then versus now. I'm very thankful for everything in my life right now. And I'm thankful that Zandig is able to still walk and still able to come around to shows and whatnot. Because bumps like that I don't know if I would be up after that, bottom line. So,
yeah. I mean, that shit's just insane. It looks unreal.
It was even fire.
I mean, I had people in the chat asking if they were still alive after it.
Slim
So
JD is
people
like,
who are
they still
unfamiliar.
alive after that? Holy fuck.
Yeah, which is reasonable. That shit looks insane.
Well, Kosuke, you mentioned the balance of comedy and having the different matches, but what I want to know from all of you guys, and I guess this is kind of like this is like a 2-parter final question. Which promotion has the better balance of comedy, violence, and athleticism, and whose wrestlers take the biggest risks in the ring? So it's sort of like a 2-parter. Which promotion offers the buffet that you think the wrestling fan would rather attend, and what wrestlers are giving those appetizers out accordingly? That's kind of the last 2-parter question. Like who's got the better menu overall?
I feel like JCW has the better balance of the three, but GCW perhaps has more risks being taken in that ring, or at least they used to. But yeah, definitely JCW feels like it's more of a better balance of everything. Whereas I mean, I think it's hard for me to. I mean, I've seen some really insane shit in GCW rings, so yeah, I think that's the way I have to land on that.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta kind of agree. I mean, I give it the risk taking aspect of it. I give it to GCW. I mean, this is the company that does the Tournament of Survival and Nick Gage Invitational yearly, where it's pretty much a whole match card full of spots where you're like, holy shit, like is that person gonna die? Just risk wise, yeah. But who has a better balance of it? I mean, you see, that's what's so hard about this this argument. Like I said, I do love both companies, and both of them are very similar. So, and that's what makes it hard. They're both very balanced companies. Like I do gotta say that. So I'm kind of stuck on the in between.
It is a tough question because it's not like GCW isn't balanced with those things, but
Right. Well, that's what's good about the bonus round is that, this is kind of like, these are more opinion based as opposed to, like, all right, well, what is your favorite moment and what is this, and that,
Yeah.
it's everything. That's what's cool about wrestling is that everything is subjective. And being able to see these characters coexist with each other. Like, I'm looking forward to certain guys like Luigi Primo and Mr. 50s and Mosh Pit Mike getting to show what they do in front of a GCW audience. I'm also excited to see, how some of these GCW guys react to wrestling at the Gathering, because as we've said all chat long, wrestling at the Gathering are, it's not a typical crowd. It's not a typical audience. It very much is, you're playing to an audience that has, that hasn't slept and is, they're there.
Been day drinking all day.
and other things. So, it's you're playing to an audience that is not necessarily there for the wrestling, but you got to still go out there and work just as hard. But
and maybe just showed up to throw shit.
Purely speculation.
Purely speculation.
No, but seriously, please don't throw shit this year. This shit is
please don't.
actually
Yeah, don't
This-
take my stupid joke as an invitation to throw shit on the real.
Listen,
it's not
like,
safe.
As somebody who's been like, as somebody who's had fans get in the ring at this point, like, please, like,
Do not interfere.
just do not get drunk as you want, get high as you want. You know what I mean? Like, you want to throw shit elsewhere during the garbage fights, that's fine. But we're filming for pay-per-view, people. The last thing we want is somebody's gear getting all fucked up or somebody getting fucked up because your ass decided it was cool to throw a full bottle of fucking Faygo in the ring.
Yeah, I always bring up the draws story because allegedly that was Debo slipping on a soda that got thrown in the ring that
I wouldn't be surprised.
That crippled poor draws there.
I do want to say also shout out to Frankie in the chat. Repping Team GCW over there. He is bringing up some points that are getting the chat going. But I do want to say, Frankie, when I flew to Dallas, he was a very good dude. He took care of me, and he reps GCW hard. Yeah, he's a good dude. So shout out to him. He makes some appearances on the GameChanger World podcast. So it's dope that you're here as well.
Yeah. And I just want to say in regards to, because I've been seeing this a little bit on X and whatnot, and I don't want to dwell on the past, but please allow, if people are genuinely trying to better their lives based on some very negative misunderstandings in the past, please allow them a safe and responsible outlet to do so. Okay. If the person did not actually commit a crime, if the person has not been convicted of actual said crime, and if those crimes do not include anything to do with murder or the harming of animals or children or otherwise severely breaking the law, please allow that person to better themselves. Because all I could say is that, I see comments about, Drake and Mr. 50s and whatnot, and the man has come and has completely transformed his life. He's shown nothing but respect to me. He's shown nothing but respect to JCW. This is a guy who literally cleans up in the locker room and yes, sirs, people. So, You know, I don't want people's experiences to be ruined because of misconceptions of shit from 5 years ago that, you know, was said and done at a time when everybody was hypersensitive and fixated on, you know, just virtue signaling as a way to get Facebook likes because we were trapped in apartments all day. But I digress. I step off my soapbox.
People should have the opportunity to be accountable, to hold themselves accountable, to change and to grow.
Bingo.
I agree.
That shouldn't be that insane of a notion in this world or society, especially if they didn't truly do anything truly reprehensible, like you said, Tommy. Like if they didn't do anything truly awful that hurt somebody or anything, like you should allow people to have the opportunity to change.
People can be scumbags. Lord knows everyone makes mistakes. I've done things and hurt people and done some things that I really am not proud of. That being said, I've never committed crimes. I've never, you know, I've never done anything that I think should, you know, get me quote unquote canceled or anything like that. But again, misconceptions, you know, just allow a man to entertain, allow people to be themselves and allow people to feel safe if they're not causing trouble. That's all. People could put their pitchforks down and do something good with their life other than spread misinformation. That's all I'm saying.
Big facts.
True.
Yeah,
shouts out to Drake. I hope he's
agree.
better than himself.
Yeah, he's doing great. He's doing real great. You're going to see Drake Younger, Mr. 50s at
I don't know a Drake Younger. I only know a Mr. 50. See? Mr. 50.
Yeah, Shane.
See? I don't know where he came from, but I know he came from the 50s. See?
You could see Mr. 50's Miles Clark, see, at August 1st at the Summer Smash live on, what is it they call, pay-per-view? Well, my wife Ethel is going to have to go and call in the local syndication and get herself one of them local pay-per-view subscription boxes, see?
Mr. 50s versus Drew Parker is going to go insane. I also have to
I think so, too.
That will go stupid.
Yeah, people sleep on Mr. 50's wrestling. Mr. 50's is one of the most well-versed wrestlers that we have in that locker room. Do your research, folks. Tournament of Death and Best of the Best and Battle of Los Angeles competitor and victor.
Saw Deathmatch. That's all I
He's been wrestling a long time, right? A really long time.
My man said the Saw Deathmatch. Yeah, since I want to say since 01 maybe.
That's been a long time.
He's been around for a hot minute. Yeah. If you like your gross matches, go watch the Saw Death match with Drake Younger and Thumbtack Jack.
He was just describing it to me. I've never seen it. He was describing it to me though. Sounds insane.
I still gotta talk to him about that because I've wanted to ask him I know he was young in his career when he did it, but I got a phobia of needles and shit. So you'll never see me willingly do any of that.
Not many things in deathmatch make me squeamish, but when the needles come out, squeamish.
Have you ever seen the Walking on Pins and Needles match with Jack and Bailey?
Yep.
That's gross. The meat hook incident, that's pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
There was something I think it's not disgusting, but the sound it makes, if you ever watch Toby Klein versus Necro Butcher from King of the Death in 03, and he just takes a fucking VCR. He takes a VCR and he chucks it at Necro's head, and it makes full contact. And it's absolutely disgusting. It's just nasty. Yeah. PSA: practice your fucking clap timing for Drew's entrance. If I took a nitrous tank to the head, I'd be dead on the Dark Carnival and everything. That is good. LOL.
Meat man with the meat hooks.
I avoided the trash war last year. Pigeon-born with Marcus. Yeah, the pigeon war was pretty nasty. That was pretty nasty. What are some of your guys' favorite deathmatch bumps?
There's some crazy. I mean, if we're talking just like crazy shit, I gotta say one of the craziest shits I've ever seen was when Hoodfoot and Slade just started stabbing each other with the ends of the light tubes instead of swinging them at each other. I don't know what the fuck went through their heads when they were doing that, but they are two crazy bastards. So that was one of the worst things I think I've seen.
And it had.
I mean, I gotta go old school. I wife beater hitting Mondo with the weed whacker.
Yeah,
Fucking,
I have a signed Mondo 8x10 with the weed whacker cutting him open. That shit is legendary.
and then of course Cage of Death 5, where Trent Yakuza kicks Ian Knox off the top of the cage through one table, and then Lobo DVDs Cashmere and Dewey Donovan off the top of the cage through 4 tables, and it's like a double DVD.
Those are good ones. Or another one I gotta say is when Jun Kasai took the razor board bump there and is like just pretty much got like a big ass gash in his back, and it was like instant leakage. And that dude's a legend. He's taken many a nasty bumps that I don't know how he's even still going.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Absolutely insane.
I think Mickey Knuckles is pretty good with Deathmatch, right?
Yeah. Mickey Knuckles is great with Deathmatch.
She's a legend.
The Colby Carino one. Wasn't it Colby Carino?
They did a cage match.
In that
Or the
CZW
cage
tournament,
match, yeah.
when she won that tournament of death there, I think me and Humble watched it.
Yeah,
and she was
we
in the
did.
car there, right? And they
Yeah,
like kicked
mhm.
the
Yes.
window out with her in the car, and yeah, that
Yeah.
was fucking gnarly. She's crazy with it.
She could have a good match with anybody. Like, I still think one of the best matches I've ever seen was her and this was out in Tucson, Arizona. I can't remember I think the kid's name was Ajax, and he was 19 years old, and that dude literally, like, she made him a man in that match. Like, you know, you could tell like he never like he never experienced like wrestling like that before. Like Mickey, like it was Shakespeare. It was Shakespearean. It was just the way that it was paced, and like, you know, there was everything in it. There was comedy, there was blood, there was some sick bumps and everything. The kid took some sick bumps. She bumped the shit out of him. He hit her with like a nasty DDT and stuff. I was like, I think she got to the back, and I'm like, you know, you make it look easy, Mickey. Like, you could wrestle anybody. So, you know, I got all the respect in the world for Mickey Knuckles.
Yeah, she's the shit. That tournament was really good. That was a good show. I'm trying to think of one moment. There's such a like amalgam of GCW like violent moments that we saw. Usually it's when there's too much blood from an injury, where the blood's getting too dark.
I remember
That's when I'm like,
one-
oh shit,
I
this is a
remember
little
one that
too
got
real.
you pretty good was when we were watching that Detroit show, and I think it was Alex Cologne versus Hoodfoot, and
Oh, yeah,
Hoodfoot
that
was
was-
all busted open, and Cologne just started dumping salt all over.
Yeah,
him.
that was
And I
fucking
remember
crazy. That
had,
fucked
that
me
had
up.
Humble going pretty.
Yeah, I didn't like
pretty
that.
Crazy. He didn't like that one.
There was that one show we watched on your birthday that was like on concrete. What was that shit? What fucking
was that,
promotion was that? We were watching that on
the one they just did with
2 years ago. We watched on your birthday when it was on the we did the
Gage
projector
versus
gimmick.
Tremont. Gage
Remember we did
versus
the
Tremont in the
Oh,
concrete.
fuck.
Fucking.
It was like
concrete
half shoot,
helmet.
half wrestling. The fuck was that promotion?
Oh, that was ICW. We were
Yeah,
watching,
that show
Pit
was
Fighter.
insane. Yeah, Pit
Yeah.
Fighter. That show was
Pit
insane.
Fighter.
There was a couple of different matches where it's just the bumps were ugly on that concrete.
Yeah, I agree with Frankie. Once you see a lot of that shit, you're just kind of like it's hard. It's hard to pick. I've seen so much fucked up shit.
Yeah. I seen a great death match with Mickey Knuckles in IWA. Which one? She's had plenty.
Yeah, she's been wrestling all over the world, right? In Japan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's a legend.
She really is.
She is. She's great. Shouts out Mickey Knuckles. Shouts out everyone.
Yeah, big shout out to Mickey Knuckles for sure.
Shouts out to both JCW and GCW. If you are not coming to the gathering this year to watch this 2-day war, you are missing out, and you should rethink your decision, because it is going to be a very, very good show.
You should rethink your decision, but irregardless, if you can't make it, make sure you watch them live, because all 3 shows will be live on Facebook, Instagram for the JCW Night 1. I'm sorry, for the JCW kickoff
Lunacy.
show, Lunacy at Day 0. And then, of course, live on Triller for Night 1 and Night 2 of the 2-day war.
Tommy, maybe you can answer this question while I got you here. Is the Lunacy taping going to be inside the gathering grounds or in the parking lot?
Yes, it'll be inside the gathering grounds, I believe.
Hell yeah.
And this might have already been answered, but will the ring be on a stage this year, or will it be somewhere else?
I believe it's going to be off to the side. I don't think it's going to be typically how it has been in the past, mainly because people were complaining that if you were not on the stage itself, it was hard to see. So I think they built a separate area by the stage.
Hell yeah.
That is going to, be for the wrestling. So I believe that's the case.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I believe that the map has been posted on the Gathering website. So
Yeah, it definitely looked like there was a little wrestling ring area off to the side there.
So then that's where it would be. That's where it's going to stay. It ain't going nowhere, and people can stop bitching about it being on the main stage.
Hell yeah. I was one of those bitching, so
Hey,
I think both of us were one of those bitching.
But you know what? I see both sides to it. I do. I see both sides to it. It's
but
a
I
long
also
event.
just showed up first. I was very excited for it, so I was like, let's get on that fucking stage. So.
Yeah, show up early to get good seats. Get in line early to get the good seats.
That's right. That's right. There ain't no bad seats at the Gathering. That's for sure.
I'm trying to read the chat and I can't. Just hold on, you guys. You guys keep talking.
Let me know if I need to come on stage. Video game Gooner 58.
That's a hell of a name.
When did the term gooning actually when
Remember
did that
when it was just like those dudes you fought in Lego Batman and shit, like the goons?
When they were goons, yeah.
And now you're just like,
yeah,
if you're a goon, that's a
different,
totally different term
It's
nowadays.
a second definition on that.
because I thought that term was I thought it was called a coomer, just somebody who just sat online all day and just cracked stick. I thought that's what it was called. I didn't realize that oh no, if you're just like a major porn addict, you're a gooner or something like that.
Oh, crack stick is my new favorite fucking euphemism for that. I love that. Crack stick. Oh, I'm gonna use that. That's funny.
Well, maybe I just
Shout
put
out
everyone
video
on some
game
new
gooner.
term.
Yeah, shout out to the video game Gooner 58. And all 57 other video game gooners.
Oh God.
So
happy to be here. Is that profile picture you, bro? Is that you cracking stick? Oh, I'm a child. I'm sorry.
You're good. Hey, I got a question for you, if you can speak on it.
What up?
Did you see the video of the fan recently jumping in to a GCW? Okay, can you speak on that?
The JCW ring on it was on TikTok, right?
Yeah. Can you speak on that or no?
Yeah, of course I can. Fucking. So I heard about it happening. And obviously this was after the incident happened with me or whatever. So I was like, okay, well, Southern Six just stealing my heat. That's great. But I heard about it, and then I went and watched the episode, and I don't know if it was even really shown like that on the stream, or if it, because I edited the clip, but I might have just skipped over it. So I didn't get a clear vision of what happened. But I do know that when I saw that video, it had already started from the time she was over the guardrail. And then just seeing the way that she was clearly inebriated. She clearly Kerry, to his point, it's a woman, you really can't put your hands on a woman, especially in a situation like that. It was just I don't know. It was more funny than anything else. It was kind of just all right, she's what can you do? Like somebody come get your wife.
I haven't seen this clip. This one's new to me. This is the first I've heard of this one.
I'll see it here. I'll dig it up and I'll see if
I thought it kind of looked like Danny Moe. No offense to Danny Moe, but
you know what I thought right away when we saw it? I noticed that they were handling her very, very gently.
Yeah, they were.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like right off the bat, I was like, "Oh, Bob, look, they're not gonna hurt her." Like they were like, "You crazy broad, like get the fuck out of here." Like crazy. Like she just jumped in there like she was gonna fight somebody. Some people don't do that.
Yeah, she
It's
was.
dangerous.
Was she trying to fight, or she just being drunk and being like, "I want attention on me"?
She just wants to get to the ring and then like doesn't know what to do when she gets there. It looked like,
Mm.
you know what I mean? She's like, "I'm gonna go," and then like,
Yeah.
now what? It just like got her out of there very, very gently. Carrie, you know, your favorite Kerry Morton, he was there.
Everyone's favorite, Kerry Morton.
He was there and he didn't hurt anybody, obviously.
Good for Kerry. Good for Kerry for once. For
Yeah.
once he didn't hurt anybody.
Hurts my feelings
Yeah,
every
it
single
hurts.
time he comes out and talks.
Grates my nerves.
It's crazy that nobody likes him.
No, we
He's
kid,
like
we
the champ.
kid, we kid Kerry, but I actually really like Kerry Morton. I think he's super
No, I
funny.
do. To break kayfabe,
Break kayfabe. I
he,
really like the dude.
That's
but
funny.
in kayfabe,
There he
asshole.
is.
All right, I got this link right here. I'm just gonna post it in our gimmick, and I'm also gonna post it in the chat here. Or actually, let me go to the YouTube.
You see that one,
Yeah,
Bob?
if you guys could pull that.
Yeah, hang on a sec.
Okay.
TikTok was making me pick if I want to be on it.
TikTok. Yeah, well, I don't know. Southern Six, are they going to the gathering?
I don't think so. No.
Nothing beats a Jet 2
Yeah, I
holiday.
didn't see anything
And
about
right
that.
now,
Oh.
you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Oh yeah, she's definitely fighting a little bit though. Oh, she's
and then she
definitely
goes to
drunk,
get back
though.
up.
Hey, shout out to Kerry though. He just kind of like lightly baby carried her out the ring, dropped her, and
Right?
went right back
He
to
was
business.
sweet.
Yeah, I think she just wanted to be in the ring. If that feels like a "I just want attention on me" type moment. Someone who drank a
Right.
little too much.
She's that girl.
Basically.
It happens. It happens.
Alcohol. Probably. I don't know.
She tried
That
to
was-
kiss Ricky. Yeah, she just couldn't resist him.
She couldn't resist the old man, so the son had to be like, "That's my daddy. You're trying to kiss."
Yeah, she was definitely drunk.
She had some wicked shorts.
Drunker than a
Pretty
cooler
rad.
brown.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a woman or if it was like a Joe Dirt haircut or something. You know, I wasn't sure. 'Cause some guys, it could be a gimmick. You know what I mean? Like what do you call that haircut? A mullet.
The feathered wolf hair.
Mullet. Shout out to the mullet.
In a perfect world, she would have went in there and laid the most nasty Gunther chop right onto Kerry Morton, and the whole day would have been saved.
Oh, did you see Goldberg fucking talking shit about Gunther's chops? What a dickhead. What a fucking dickhead. Piece of shit. Fuck Goldberg.
You're not a fan of Goldberg?
No, I mean, I was when I was a kid, you know? When I was watching WCW, I really liked Goldberg. I thought he was the shit, but just hearing him talk, you know, knowing how he kicked Brett in the head, and just, I don't know, he just seems like a real asshole.
Yeah, but I'm also kind of tired of Brett bitching about being kicked in the head.
I mean, Brett is the biggest Brett mark on the planet, so...
Yeah. Basically, she ate that boot to the face, though. She could take a bump for show.
I also have a question. I was wondering if you could tell us, like, is it daytime or nighttime wrestling? Daytime?
I mean, I don't think it'll be like midnight or like 2 a.m. like it have it typically been. I think it'll be like probably, if not, I would imagine it'll probably be like, you know, like 8, 9 o'clock or something like that, because obviously you want the stream to do well. But we'll see what happens. I don't think it'll be like 2 in the morning.
And that's on Tuesday?
So for Tuesday, I'm not exactly sure. I I just think in general it'll be earlier. I mean, as soon as I have information as far as like what time the shows will be, I'll definitely like everyone will know.
So Tuesday is that day 0 or
Yeah, that would be the parking lot party
Day 0,
aka
yeah.
Day 0.
Okay. Right. So that's the lunacy taping day, and then the other 2 days are the next. Or you get Saturday.
Are Thursday and Friday, or are they Friday?
Thursday and Friday, yeah.
Thursday
and Friday.
The 2-day war.
Yeah, there we go.
So you get 1 day off in between. That's pretty cool.
Well, the 1 day off is technically the JCW tryout.
Oh, you guys are doing the
that when
tryout.
that is? Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I think that's when it is, yes.
I just talked about that on Habs, how I wasn't sure if they were doing it because it seems like a lot of the tryouts get put into the Rumble. So with it being a JCW versus GCW Rumble, I wasn't sure if the tryouts were even a thing this time.
Team GCW,
You gonna do it? You gonna do it?
No, probably
I'm
not.
gonna
Probably
do it.
too fucked up.
Let's do it.
Just do it.
That's a reference to fuck. There's a clip of Undertaker and Brock Lesnar at a UFC fight when Brock was doing one of his.
Oh,
UFC
yes.
fights. You know what I'm talking
You wanna
about?
do it?
You want to do it?
Yeah.
You want to do it? Let's do it. It's such a weird clip. I'm surprised anyone even knew what I was talking about. Hell yeah, Dr. Steve Brule. My dude right there. Shouts out to Steve Brule. Steve Brule for the gathering.
Hell yeah.
So 3 days of JCW. 4 days of JCW if you count the tryouts.
Yeah.
It is a main attraction. That's crazy.
I can't wait. I fucking can't wait. It's going to be lit, fam.
If you're on the fence, buy your tickets. It will.
Right.
Get your tickets now at juggalogathering.com.
Juggalogathering.com.
Thank you, Humble.
Live
That's a
on
good one.
Triller.
Where can they do that again, Humble?
Juggalogathering.com.
Thank you.
That is www.
www.juggalogathering.com. Oh, wait. www.juggalogathering.com.
TheAmazingMaze.com.
No, Bob, put him in the middle and let him do it, and we'll make it a short. Can you do that?
Get your
We
tickets
gotta
now
just-
at juggalogathering.com. Oh, wait, let's do it again. Get your tickets now at fuck. Get your tickets now at juggalogathering.com.
Yeah. Good
Hell
job. There
Hell
you go.
yeah. You just got to redo that and loop it on the end from the ending track of the first Dark Lotus album where they're just naming websites over and over again.
God, but it's just me doing that.
Juggalogathering.com.
That's a nightmare. That's nightmare fuel. That's fucking. That's a Benadryl dream right there.
Oh no.
Every time I type that in, I'm going to hear your voice doing it. You're really juggalogathering.com.
TheAmazingMaze.com.
That's right.
Malenko500.net.
ICP
Horrorcore.com forums.
ICP merch traders of Europe.
Yeah, bro.
Psychopathic news of Florida.
RealJuggalos.com.
Twisted.
Get the fuck out of here.
TwistedChicks.com. What?
Ooh. I don't know. So that is a lot of wrestling. That's 4 days of wrestling at the gathering. I don't know.
Man.
This guy, I can't stand
This guy is like this guy right here.
We're talking about Gooner and shit here.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Gooner's gonna be at the gathering.
Tommy's having a time.
Why don't you try being positive about shit for once? You don't.
No, Shaggy, I refuse.
Humble does what he wants.
Yeah, let me know if I need to drop the Juggalo knowledge. No, bro, you need to change your YouTube name because it's just making me laugh every single time.
It's hard for Tommy.
Change it. He doesn't need to change it.
You
It's
just gotta look at that every
It's
day.
getting you.
The picture, it looks like
It's a chatter.
it looks like a fat version of Cage from back in the day.
Fat Cage. You know about Cage Kennels?
Yes.
Dog, Fat Cage is real. That's another Benadryl dream right there. Fat Cage.
I'm going in forever. Weather
Holy
man.
shit.
7:30.
That's entirely too good. How do you have a Cage impression? That's insane.
Cage grew up around me, dude. I don't know Cage personally,
He's that
but
Isaac
like,
Batman?
what's
I think
up?
his profile picture is the TikToker Isaac Batman. Yeah, I think that's who it is. Sorry, I'm
Hey,
just
be
like
nice.
so.
That's my hero as my picture.
I'm so brain rotted. I just like it's bad.
What's Isaac Batman?
He's just like this. He's this dude on TikTok who. Here, hold on.
Uh-oh. What are we doing?
The
Turn into a
PF
brain
dude.
rot stream.
Read this TikTok guy who what?
You telling me this crap gooned in this rod? What? Can we stop with the gooning?
Well, that's not the point of gooning, Tommy, is not to stop.
This has turned into the worst Reddit thread I've ever done.
You can't handle the goon.
Low foul almost.
He's
Yeah, he looks
gooning
low
forever
nowadays.
now. He's gooning for
No,
life.
it's just I'm not trying to goon right now. That's the thing. Why are people on here gooning?
Not right now.
That's such a wild sentence.
He's not
I'm
trying to
not
goon.
trying to goon right now.
Not right now. Tommy
That's
doesn't want to
how I
goon on
paint
camera, you guys.
That's how I paint Juggalo faces, by gooning. All right, you killed it. Thanks.
Yep. And cut.
Thanks, Fat Cage. Appreciate it.
Fat Cage, bro. I can't believe you got a Cage impression. It's really good, bro.
I mean, all you have to do is sound like you're hungry and you got a runny nose.
I might be the only one who appreciates that, but goddamn, that kills me.
I would love to finally find the full version of Bitch Lady once and for all. I actually put Ouija Mac and Kev Buck onto that recently, believe it or
What,
not.
Bitch Lady?
Yes. They had
How
no
did we
idea
not know
what it was.
about
that. Good question. I think Ouija knew it. I think Kev was like, how did I never hear this before? And I was putting Kev Buck on.
Ouija's got a goddamn atmosphere tattoo on himself, so I know he knows some of this shit.
I think he knew some of it. Yeah, I knew some. He knew some of it.
Bro, Cage is so fire though. I'm such a big Cage mark. Like, that's so funny that you you not only you know about the Cage lore too a little bit. You say you grew up around you and shit.
So, Middletown, New York is like a half hour upstate from me, and Stony Lodge is literally right over the bridge in Westchester County. So when I heard about Cage. And I peeped him. I was like, okay, he's clearly like, you know, he's another never was, so to say, like but like, because I knew about Necro and Ill Bill and all them, like as weird as it is, a t-shirt company that I used to work for, apparently back in the day, they employed both Necro, Ill Bill, and the father, Ron was
Bronstein or something.
Bronson, the whatever their fathers, Joe Bronstein. They employed him. So they were telling me about. So he was telling me back then, and even then the way he was describing Bill and Necro back then, I was like, yeah, that sounds about typical. He said literally Necro was gooning in the store and Bill was lazy. So I'm like, yeah, okay, why doesn't that surprise me? But then you hear about Cage, and then it was almost like, oh no, this is like really close to home. You know what I'm saying? And I heard about his story and, you know, that he was obviously, he spent some time in the mental institution and, you know, had been rapping literally since like 93 and was literally doing that style. I don't really like his music after Hell's Winter. When
he went emo Cage.
Yeah, when he.
So you like Fat Cage? You definitely.
I like Fat Cage. I like Fat Cage. I'm very selfish when I say that my favorite eras of musicians are usually when they're fucked up on drugs. As fucked up as that is,
That's toxic as fuck,
As-
Tommy.
it's extremely toxic. It's extremely toxic. But I'm sorry. Once M got sober, I didn't want to hear it.
Hey, you're not wrong with that. M's all of his shit. But you know what? He was starting to get trash when he was getting the most fucked up on drugs too. He was starting to lean into that trash area a little bit. So was it the drugs?
That's true.
Was it the drugs that brought him to the trash? I don't know.
I blame Proof dying. I think if Proof didn't die, we would have a very different Eminem. I think if Proof did, I think if Proof didn't die and D12 was able to become what it was supposed to be, which was essentially a put-on group, you would have had a very different Eminem. But you essentially dealt with somebody who was trying to steer the ship the entire time when there wasn't a ship to steer. And I think that's Cage's problem too. I think, unfortunately,
once he lost Camus, he was lost.
I think even that once he lost the Weatherman, because it was just side project. Like Cage's problem, he was never focused. How long did it take for him to put Movies for the Blind out? Like 6 years or something like that.
A very long time.
And then it was after Smart Peddlers. Then he did the Leak Bros album, which I like, believe it or not.
Yeah, League Bros is dope. He did Nighthawks too with Camus.
He did Nighthawks. He did Nighthawks and everything. And
then it was a while before, shit. It's like Hell's Winter is like another 5-6 years, right? It's a minute. 4 years?
I think Hell's Winter might have been 2005, if I'm not mistaken. But after Hell's Winter, that was like another 5 years before he did that album that had Shia LaBeouf doing the video.
Oh man. Yeah, there is an alternate universe where Shia LaBeouf directed and starred in a movie
in the Cage movie
about Cage. That is a weird alternate universe to think about, man.
There's an alternate universe where Bitch Lady dropped and Eminem never dropped another album because Cage just completely cooked them. And there's a universe out there where The Rock never came back to wrestling after he lost the belt to Austin and went into Hollywood. There's all these different alternate there's alternate realities where ICP still have dreads.
Yeah, where Jay didn't have the panic attack and kept the fucking dreads.
Or if Jay didn't fucking dream about a clown and no ICP at all. But that's
yeah, can you imagine that?
That's the magic of the goddamn carnival right there.
It was just the inner city posse. They just ran on making the dog beats.
Yeah, that's so weird to think about if they never actually switched the gimmick.
There's a world out there where gooning is not gooning.
Goon is just a term for Batman villains.
Yeah, it's like a Mr. 50s type term where...
I told my wife Ethel here that I got to go take care of some boys that are gooning down the street. I said, what the hell is gooning?
We were writing a new Mr. 50s bit right now, I think.
There we are. Born to goon. Of course you were. What else is there to life?
Born to goon tatted across his fucking stomach.
That's the next Chapter 17 album.
Hey.
Instead of getting Sean on stage, someone's going to come out and goon during Ouija sets.
All right, this is getting wildly out of control. What are we doing?
Shout out to Kismet, by the way. It's her birthday today. She was giving you a shout out.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy
she's the one that I sent you the video that she said she was sending you all the good energy. That's the one.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Ouija's going to goon.
I have no idea what gooning is.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
On that note, folks.
Every time you guys
you don't even know what it is, and we're just talking about it on your
Yeah,
platform.
I'm like, I don't know what's so funny, but I won't get involved. You don't want to say anything wrong.
Yeah, we should wrap it up though.
Sure.
Gotta eat dinner here.
Yeah, gotta go make your chicken. You gotta go make your chicken tendies.
I got
those were all questions. Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes. All right, gooners.
Hey, goon.
The Goon Squad will be reporting to the gathering of the Juggalos Day 0. That's officially what this group is called, the Goon Squad, named after Fat Cage. All right. The gathering of the Goonalos or the Googalos.
Coming up real soon now. Holy
20
shit.
days, I think. Something like that.
20
19,
days.
20.
Before you know it.
Right. Right.
Before you
Thank
know
you
it.
guys for coming.
Yeah, thanks
And
for
being
having
so
us.
much for
This is a lot of fun.
Thank you, guys. Gooning is a group activity where you and your homies gather together and go for mischievous activities. Goon gang slaughters.
Why is it
Come
with
on, what is
gathering
it?
with your homies? I thought it was more of a solitary activity myself, but
Oh, it is.
Same here.
It's beat and stick or break and stick.
Yeah,
Crack
break
and
and
stick.
crack
Crack
and
and
stick.
Shit.
Shit.
Jesus. On that note, everyone, thank you. Everyone have a safe and spectacular night of gooning. And I
Yeah,
will see
go
you
crack
all at
that
the
stick,
gathering.
baby.
Yep. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
See you guys.
Peace.